Thank you, everyone. And while more of our participants are joining, I will introduce you all to the speakers who are there today. So we have Mr. Hafiz Iqbal, who is the founder and executive director of Accelerate Consultants. Hafiz Bhai has been a director for learning and development with Pfizer, one of the world's largest pharma companies. And he has over 3 decades of experience in sales, marketing, and HR. And he has been a mentor and a guide for AMP as well. And in this particular project, the IndiaMentors.com, also he has played the role of a guide and mentor. And we are fortunate to have him over here. And he will, in a few minutes, inshallah, take you through the induction. And other.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. बहुत shukriya, Feroz bhai. It's my pleasure to be here. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Thank you very much.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sure. Thank you. The second speaker of the evening would be Mr. Rafi Talati. He is an experienced and working professional with over 12 years of varied industry work experience, including academics, branding, sales, and wealth management. He is a qualified mechanical engineer, and he has got an MBA in marketing management from Mumbai. So he will also be joining Hafiz Sahab in the presentation. And finally, the third speaker of the evening is Mr. Abdul Razak Sheikh. He is Vice President Sales and Marketing with a leading mutual fund company. And he is a thorough professional and passionate about working for the upliftment of the community. He has been working with AMP for a long time, and he's currently heading the project section at AMP. And he is quite dynamic, and we are fortunate to have him in AMP helping us with various projects. So that's about the speakers for today. And before we start the formal presentation, I will do a small kirat, and then we'll go on with the presentation. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. This is Surah Fatiha, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I mean, it's the surah which starts with praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent and the merciful, the Lord of the day of judgment. He alone we worship, Thee alone we worship, and Thee alone we seek help. Show us the right path, the path of those whom you favor, and not the path of those who earn thine anger and who go astray. So this is Surah Fatiha for you all. Now I invite Hafiz Iqbal Sahab to take over the mic.
Feroz bhai, आपका वो जो अपना presentation है.
Sure.
Can you please, when I tell you, please share the screen for me.
Sure.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
ठीक है, we'll go ahead. I think that's a good one.
Right.
And so I'll start now, with your permission. Can I start?
Yes, certainly, of course.
Right. Razak bhai is there also, no?
Yeah, he's there with us.
Rafi bhai is probably somewhere around.
Right.
Right. So let me just start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. It's a real pleasure for me to be here this evening. And just wanted to say a few introductory words before we move on to the next slide. The IndiaMentors.com is a initiative by Association of Muslim Professionals क्योंकि हमारी कम्युनिटी में आज बहुत अहमियत रखता है मेंटरशिप ऑफ कोर्स मोस्ट ऑफ यू बीइंग प्रोफेशनल्स आपको पता होगा कि मेंटरशिप क्या है बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम द डेफिनेशन ऑफ मेंटरशिप which means to help someone realize his full potential. That is the HR definition of mentorship. लेकिन आज जो ज़रूरत है हमारे यंगस्टर्स को, चाहे वो स्कूल में हो या वो कॉलेजेस में हो, और even after college when they are employed, they need a lot of hand holding, they need a lot of guidance, they need a lot of professional expertise from senior professionals or even other professionals who are already in the corporate world. Unfortunately, at the junior level, we have seen that a lot of our youngsters from the community, once they finish their class 10 or class 12, they somehow drop out, they go to the trades, or they do something other than learning the trade. So I think that's an area which is crying out for help. और हम लोगों का एक ये प्राइम ऑब्जेक्टिव है which I'll show in my presentation also, to help these youngsters to to show them the kind of path which can be there if they can continue with their studies. Even school dropouts अगर हो रहा है class 9 या 10 में, perhaps with somebody, an expert from the field, since many of you, all of you have volunteered to become mentors. There are many amongst you who can join, who can guide our people, our youngsters. इसी तरह से excuse me, our youngsters in the colleges, first year, second year, third year, they beyond their college campus, they really don't know much. And perhaps there could be about 10% of them who would be having family members and friends who are employed and they could be guided by them. But then means our mentors in this world, those who have joined us and those who have been trained earlier, उनके लिए भी बहुत बड़ा एक opportunity है to show those who are in college and who are about to graduate कि क्या क्या opportunities उनके लिए है. Can they pursue further studies? And how can they have an experience in industry while in their second or third year? इंटर्नशिप कैसे हो सकता है, कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड है क्या चीज़. मैं जब अपने MBA स्टूडेंट्स को इंटरव्यू करता हूँ NMIMS में, तो बहुत enthusiasm चाह लेके आते हैं, and we ask them, why do you want to do an MBA? तो उनका जवाब बड़ा सिंपल होता है, सर आई वांट टू एंटर द कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड. So we asked him, what do you think is the corporate world? Sir, I want to become a manager. So what do you think a manager does? Sir, a manager takes important decisions. तो ये मतलब across the communities लोगों को आइडिया नहीं है corporate world है क्या चीज. By and large, I'm not generalizing. So let me take you through this presentation. Rafi Bhai and I have uh, prepared this specifically for those who are going into mentorship, who have offered mentoring, and for those who are thinking of becoming mentors. The so first of all, about AMP, of course, आपको मालूम है. Firoz bhai, do you want me to go through this? Hello, Firoz bhai. Okay. It's a platform for all Muslim professionals who are willing to volunteer to share their knowledge, intellect, experience, and skills for the upliftment and development of the community. It's a non-political and non-sectarian organization. Uh, Oh yeah, oh yeah. फिरोज भाई,
जी यस सर.
एक सजेशन आया, प्लीज स्विच टू स्लाइड फुल स्लाइड मोड.
Right, sure.
Can you please do that? I'm waiting for that. Anyway,
Yeah,
AMP
give me a minute.
AMP is a registered society, and AMP is entirely funded by its members or socially aware individuals for its financial expenses, which are audited and are presented to its members periodically. Uh, Waiting for Feroz Bhai to switch into the full slide mode. Uh, okay. About the India mentors, while this is happening, let me just continue with this. Let me start with this very interesting quote, which says, "The mind is not a vessel to be filled up, but a fire to be kindled." And that's exactly what the mentorship program will be doing. And I'm reminded of our president, beloved uh, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, how he rose from a newspaper delivery boy, a very humble uh, household, and then finally we all know what all he achieved in the area of space science, and finally the coveted position of the president of our country. So it's a mind, it's a fire to be kindled, and therefore, primarily, there are two categories we are addressing. Category A is close after class 12, which is first year, second year, or third year, as I said. Category B is final year students from various colleges. The pilot was launched in Mumbai, now targeting mentees nationally. So we are looking at a national rollout of this program very soon. And once again, we are all very encouraged by all of you who have joined and who are who have offered their services, their experience as mentors to facilitate students to take informed career decisions and smoothen their entry into the corporate world. I've already covered this, so we'll move on to the next slide. Uh, Firuzbhai, can we move to the? That's great. Yeah, unfortunately, it is not in my. I'm not showing my slide. So can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah, after this, please. Yeah, yeah, after this, please. स्लाइड शॉर्टर में जाके दूसरी स्लाइड ले लीजिए. Okay, next after this, please, Feroz bhai. So the question is, what is the mentor's role in mentoring relationship? In general, what we are recommending is a 2-month industry project to the mentees. Uh, the mentor, obviously, a mentor-mentee kind of a program will always elicit the mentee's goals, objectives, expectations, and that's like an ice-breaking session. And it is informal mostly. Once that session is over, then we go into the mentee, and we specifically address the mentee's goals through guidance, through questioning, through giving feedback to them, and discuss strategies for advancement to develop the ability. This is a critical role of the mentor. And then after that, help the mentee with improvements related to his or her resume and guide on how to crack various kinds of competitive exams. Today, of course, resume writing has become a very expert area, an area of expertise, and one doesn't have to really go to an expert. But even if a youngster Google's and finds various kinds of CVs, he can surely make a great CV. And I am at the moment still helping a lot of people to create a good CV. So these are some of the roles which the mentor is having in the mentor-mentee relationship. And we move to the next slide, please. Of course, this we have already covered. We move to the what now. This is important that mentors can meet their mentees in person, or they may choose to communicate virtually on any platform. Today, even now, with the pandemic, Alhamdulillah, receding, लग रहा है कि nationally recede कर रहा है, but we still can't take a chance. And as most colleges, most of the institutions are still closed, what we would recommend to mentors is to meet with their mentees only on a virtual platform. And virtual platform can mean a Zoom or a video call on phone or email or whatever else. I mean, although emails are not virtual. So that's one thing. And we go ahead with the slide. Uh, we will recommend that each mentor can choose to mentor up to 5 category A and 2 category B mentees respectively. Now this cannot happen simultaneously. This can happen maybe once, one or two, maybe they can take one or two mentors at one point of time. Yeah, okay, we move to the next slide, please. Yeah. Elizabeth, please click, continue to click on the slide so that we have the entire slide on view. Now, mentee deliverables and gain. Rafi bhai, would you like to take this on, please? So I'd like to hand this over to Rafi bhai.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Clear.
Yeah, Hafiz bhai, whatever you say. Welcome everyone this evening. Thank you first of all so much to pull out time from a busy schedule. I know it's late in the day there, and it's a weekend about to start. So thank you very much for being here on this discussion. Yes, Menti deliverables and gain. I believe Hafiz Bhai has run you through the introduction and he's given you a gist of the project. What exactly are we looking at in terms of mentors and mentees? What exactly the program is all about? Now we are just getting into more details. So I would like to be very specific that we will run you through the slides quickly because most of you, I believe, are experienced enough to understand the flow of the project, etc. We'll run you through it. More we are interested, what I'll be more interested is the question and answer session. I'm sure you'll have lots of it. So before, without wasting much time, I'll just run you through these 4 slides which I have, which is pretty generic in nature, and then we will take up the specific questions which you have. Okay. So mentee deliverables and gains. So what is in it for the mentees? First of all, I wish this kind of a program was there when I was in my school or college and when I was doing my diploma from Sabu Siddiq. It looks like 20 years ago now almost. And how did I get into diploma? Well, one of my mother's good friend. My mother was a teacher, so or is a, now of course she's retired. She's when we're there, but she was a teacher then. So one of my mother's good friends said that, you know what, my husband, her husband was in Merchant Navy after doing diploma from Sabu Siddiq Polytechnic. And he's like, this is the best field. Like, this is the only field your son has to go. And because he scored decent marks in class 10, I believe he should be, that's the only thing which he should be doing. And he's going to get a very good job and he's going to get a decent pay, etc., etc. And those were the criteria at that point of time, usually with parents that इस फील्ड में जाएगा तो पैसे बनाएगा या कि नहीं या आगे घर बनाना है पैसे बनाना है फैमिली चलानी है right so this is what the focus was so that's why you will see in India we have probably we have over manufactured engineers per se and I'm one of them of course amongst that lot passed out in 2004 so yes so बस engineering ही करनी है if I had this kind of a platform then I'm pretty sure that I would not have been an engineer today or maybe something else. I don't say that I'm sad to be an engineer. I'm no longer working in engineering field, of course. But the point or the fact of the matter remains there was practically no guidance even for an educated even if I had educated parents then. My father was a banker with State Bank of India, mother was a teacher, and still I ended up with the usual, follow the bandwagon kind of system. So yes, Menti has a lot to gain from it, and as we when we thought or when we conceptualized the idea of this project, we knew that this project would revolutionize the way students will pick up their careers henceforth. Whoever will get an opportunity to be here, right from class 12 onwards, right, because that's where the main grooming needs to begin. So coming back to the slide, I'll just run you through the pointers. At least you got the gist that Menti has a lot to gain on it in terms of the invaluable guidance which people like Hafiz Bhai or Razak Bhai and many amongst you today present here. I know some of my colleagues are here, friends are here. They would be, they would be in a position to guide them. So these mentees are going to get all this guidance at free of cost, nothing. They just have to pay zero. And for guidance like people like Hafiz Bhai, who's 30 years in the industry, somebody like Razak Sahab, who must be 15 years at least in the industry, and the list goes on. We have a list of almost 100, 200 mentors ready today to guide these students. So role of AMP, facilitation of the mentorship program, of course, because we have taken up this initiative, we take all the entire responsibility of facilitating the entire mentorship program. Mapping of mentors to mentees, that's what's supposed to be happening, or this as we speak is already happening at the back end manually, but very soon it's going to be automatic thanks to the IT platform which we are developing at the back end, the indiamentors.com website. If you have not visited, please do visit as we speak. If you have on your mobile, you can just type the indiamentors.com and visit the website. You will come to know what exactly are we looking at. So yes, AMP will be basically overseeing the entire project with the help from you all. Two AMC coordinators, that's Feroz Bhai, and we have one more person who will be taking care of it from the Bombay office. That's where the head office will be, and that's where the entire control room will be located for the entire program. This program, of course, we're starting from Bombay, but then it's going to be pan India very soon. So once we have the bandwidth, we'll be making it pan India once the website is up and running. Monitoring of the mentorship program. Okay, monitoring again will be done by two coordinators. The evaluation is segmented in 4 stages. Can we go ahead? This is very interesting. This is more a bit of the technical part where how we exactly see this program run through, correct? So mentors and mentees, you will be connected on the portal, which is the indiamentors.com. Resumes will be shared with the respective mentors. Okay, so this will be an entirely algorithmic online process. Currently, we are, of course, at the in the process of making it at the back end, or in the formulation is happening at the back end as we speak. Our IT team, our Vedbine team are working on it. So we will be pretty much almost ready. We are pretty much almost ready with the automated connecting of the mentors and mentees. Till recently, we were doing it manually, but this will be done very much automatically by an algorithmic flowchart program at the back end. Once the mentees and mentors are connected, the resumes will go to the mentor. The mentor will review the phase 2. The mentor will just go through the resume, and then he will kind of try to, first of all, as Hafiz Bhai mentioned earlier in the presentation, try to refine or redefine the resumes, because most of the resumes which still we make today at a nascent level are not exactly up to the mark what the industry looks for. So he can start, or the mentor will start with refining the resume. Then of course discussion for career guidance will be created. So basically what exactly you're looking at. So now we have two categories, as Hafiz Bhai mentioned, category A and category B. These two will be treated very differently. So category A will be the ones where they are just passing out from 12th. So what exactly they need. So they will have a different question, different kind of a treatment altogether. And then it will not be like a 2-month or a 3-month project that will be running through. So the one mentor, once mapped to a mentee, can run through the entire that professional program, be it engineering, which is 4 years, be it MBBS, which is again 4 + 1, 5 years, etc., etc. So one mentee will be continuously contact to the mentor for the remaining part of the course, which is category A. Category B is where people like, who do need those 2 month kind of a project between their we call it internship basically. So that's where. So when we started this idea, we were only looking to service this kind of a crowd, which is category B, which is final year students who need some mentorship projects in companies, etc. But then we went back, and we actually said more important, of course, will be the class 12 students who are just passing out and getting into the to build their career. So that's where the real guidance probably, which we also felt was missing. It was again a collective feedback by the team, and we said we should be servicing them too, or we should be guiding program for them too. So selection of industry, company, evaluation, this will again be based on which category the student is. So for student say a category A, which is 12, just 12 pass or in final year. So we will be guiding them in a different way altogether, as against, of course, where a student comes to us in a final year of engineering, maybe a final year of MBA, when we take the project to the next level. And then we will be helping them with the 2 month or the 3 month project or the 6 month project which they have. We just for explanation purpose, we just given you a 2 month kind of a breakup. In the next few slides, we'll tell you how. Value addition, general queries. So it's like anything and everything. It's like you'll be acting there as the younger sister or the younger brother, right? If somebody comes to you for a guidance, you will be taking over the entire responsibility of guiding them in the right way. And that's about it. That's the bottom line. What if you were there, and what if you wanted? So it's like you will be probably doing something which you didn't get. So we're giving it back to the society, because alhamdulillah, if you are in this program as a mentee or as a mentor, you would have been there almost and achieved what probably everyone looks, or maybe many people would be looking up to you for it. So that entire experience, you will be passing it down to the next level. This kind of program is very common in US, in Canada, major parts of Europe, and they start from school level itself, from class 8, class 10, etc. I know we are late, but nevertheless, we are initiating this, and inshallah, in the next 5 years, maybe this, or 10 years, let's say, that's what the kind of vision or the view we have. This should revolutionize definitely the way the students look today for the career guidance. Phase 3 meetup again. We are trying to keep everything simple, more technology based. So then there is no need to meet personally. Everything can be done the way it is done right now. And be it Zoom calls, which are free now, be it a phone call, anything to do with not meeting personally. We don't encourage personal meetings, because then it's totally up to the comfort level between the mentor and mentee. But we understand the mentors who are busy people, they would maybe hardly have weekends, and on weekends also they would need to manage their family, etc. Fizba understands, I understand, we all are family members, most of you would be. So then we are trying to keep everything virtual, and this works in the favor of mentors and probably mentees also. So the travel time, especially in cities like Bombay, Bangalore, uh, Calcutta, I think the travel time is pretty bad. So we want to avoid that also. So it's most, everything would be we'll try to keep it virtual on phone calls, etc. Even the personal interviews, the introductory meetings, the follow-up meetings month on month, we'll try to keep it on in any of choice of your platform. There's so many video call apps available. Zoom being the most common, like which we are currently communicating on. Next slide, Firozbhai. And then the fourth phase would be the monitoring, which is again a very critical part, right? Where when we start the program, of course, the program can go haywire. Their mentees can not respond on time. Mentors may get very busy. So we need to ensure that there is a kind of a monitoring from the AMP side. That's why we are the facilitators, and we take the responsibility of the entire program at any point of time. So we will. Mentors can hold mentee placement job search, mentees can perform better, feedback form for the mentees. This is very critical, designed again by us, where where we do a proper feedback form for mentees, and next would be a proper feedback form for mentors. So both will have a feedback form. So this we are trying to probably inculcate once a month exercise. That's what the initial idea is. Of course, you will all be we are open to suggestions that whether this feedback should be once a month or twice a month or maybe once every 2 months. It depends. But usually when we start, we probably will start with once a month kind of a feedback where we will send forms to mentor and mentee. And there were a certain set of questions prepared specifically, keeping in line what exactly is the requirement in terms of communication. Because at the end of the day, it's all about communication between the two parties. The more smoother the communication, the more smoother would be the knowledge transfer from either side. So we are going to be we have prepared the mentor form feedback forms, and that will be provided to both the parties. Mentorship program flowchart, again, whatever I have explained, we are just trying to put it in a flowchart. You can just run through Firoz by the full flowchart, let it open. So whatever I have talked now, we are trying to put it on paper in an algorithmic or in a flowchart kind of format. It just makes it easier to understand. So basically 9 steps.
Rafi, if I may interrupt for a minute.
Sure, please.
Before this, you were talking about the feedback forms for the mentors and the mentees.
Yeah.
All I want to inform this audience was they already uploaded on the website.
It's on the website, yes.
Yeah, so the guidelines for mentors, guidelines for mentees, and the feedback forms are all on the website. So people could sort of take a look at them whenever they want.
That's why I said I hope people visited the website. If not, they can just parallelly do it while we are in between, because then it is going to help them ask the right questions.
Absolutely.
Okay, so basically this again is the flowchart which I had prepared when I had in mind that this project will be specifically targeted to final year students of various fields, CAs, engineers, MBAs, MBBS, or for whatever, pick up whichever course. Because usually the project timeline is 2 months, right, for industry projects. But then, of course, we inculcated the 4-year program also for the category A student, which is the class 12. So this will not apply to that. But this is just like to give you an idea, a rough idea of how formulated the process will be, and we will have timelines for every step. So mentor sign up, mapping, eConnect. Mapping, of course, will now be done on through the portals, and so this mapping probably will be, this exercise will be done much faster than 5 days. Main will be, of course, the career guidance and the project completion. This is again applies to the category B students, resume evaluation, and then of course feedback and the mentee progression. So mentee progression simply means that once the mentor and the mentee have come to the final stage, which is like total, the guidance process is almost about to be over or is over, it need not be necessary that the mentor is now on his or the mentee is on his own. Mentor can still continue guiding him for probably the future, right? That maybe job search, maybe how to prepare for GTs, PIs, etc. That also can be continued on. If it's totally up to it's a voluntary basis for the mentor, because when the mentor picks up the project, once the project is done, mentor is done, right? And usually we are trying to keep 2 mentors, two mentees for category B mentor and 5 for category A. So at one point of time, we don't want to overload. So two final year students at one point of time for one particular mentor, and 5 category A, which is class 12 students at any given point of time. That's the maximum limit. We don't want to overload. But thankfully, we know we have lots and lots of mentors already lined up. So we don't really see that there will be a problem or overloading, etc. And probably if we have this problem, inshallah, it would be better. It works in the favor of the community. So maybe it's a problem we would love to have in future. Can we go to the next slide? I think this is mostly done. Questions. Before questions, I would like Razak Sahab to actually brief on the volunteering management. If I'm not mistaken, I think he would like to speak before we open the forum for questions and answers.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you, Rafi Talati Sahab, for giving us a brief of the project. Before I start the volunteering part, let me go through it, the idea of mentorship. Hafiz Sahab rightly started off like his practical experience when he met up MBA students Rafi Saab also started off with actually why he took his diploma and what is the journey like. And I think almost all, if I say the community today, 5% are graduate, almost all of us have got similar experience of Rafi Saab, what he has been through. Like even in my life career also, I was the first guy to go to school. So in a family, it is just 10वीं pass हो गया तो बड़ा achievement हो जाता है, right? Why I took commerce, nobody know about that. Why I went to MBA college, nobody knows about that, right? That is the stigma that we want to break up now. The next generation that comes in, AMP want to offer a platform where actually we want to connect the real brains of the community with the needy brains of the community. So that's what the role is there. So we have mentors like you who are right now in the con call today, some of the best brain of the community, who are ready to help the students. This is part A. I can't have these people to spend time on operational aspect. I want these people to spend time on quality work. So my mentors will focus on how can they add value to the mentees. Second, the audience is mentee. These are the people who are hungry people who want to grab something out of these mentors. Mentors like Hafiz Saab, who has got 30 years of experience. It's ocean like. He has got oceans of information, oceans of experience. So mentee need to grab more out of him, the best he can do that, right? But there is a real backbone of the project. Every project that AMP does, whether it is the core project of AMP, whether the new innovation that AMP came out with indiazakat.com, okay, there's a front end, there is a back end. There's a back-end army which is there, which is working on it so that indiazakat.com runs smoothly and efficiently. Similarly, the next project that we learn, the indiamentors.com, here also we have a front end that is mentor and mentee. Then there is a back-end army which is not visible but will play a very critical role. How to map this mentor to the mentee? There is a software that will run everything, but there are tens of websites, there are tens of organizations that are currently doing mentorship. How are we going to differentiate? How are we going to play the critical role of touching base the right audience? So that is where the volunteers will play a big role. In AMP, every project, there is a huge army of volunteers which will work as a back-end army who will take care of every operational aspect. For example, what is the role of volunteers? What are they going to do? How are they going to make sure this project is successful, right? Today we have got volunteers lined up, but that's not the dream. The dream is to take 100,000 mentors in this project. How are we going to achieve that? How are we going to get 500,000 mentees to map to those people? We need to get the connecting dots right. So what are the roles of volunteers? Volunteers, I'll take a short brief on that. What are they going to play? A, how to get those 100,000 mentors? Are we happy with first 100? Are we happy with the first 1,000? Are we happy with the first 10,000? Is that the dream? Answer is no. The dream is very large. So we need a huge team to connect with these people. How are we going to get these people? A, rightly to getting people through you all, which currently you have joined us. So we will be connecting through you all and then we'll get more leads and we'll try to connect more. That is one way of getting it. Second is the volunteers will touch base all the alumni clubs of large university. For example, today AMU has got hundreds of alumni clubs. So can I get best brain from there to mentor my students? Yes, that is a resource for me. My volunteer team will work on that. There is a Jamia college, there is a Hamdard college, there is a Crescent college in South India. There are multiple colleges in Kerala. There are multiple universities across the country where it's minority colleges or they are not minority colleges. We have various club of alumni in various university. How to connect them? It is the role of volunteer. We will define volunteers. We will make a team for each university so that this volunteer are constantly getting in touch with the people out there and trying to get them into onboarding to the indiamentors.com. The role number A will be getting more mentors for the website. That is part one. Part two, are we going to wait for mentees to come to us? Are they going to work down to us? If my community or my people were so efficient, there are already 10 websites. They could have even tried that, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to again go a step ahead and approach universities and colleges. We will tie up with colleges that, okay, you have got 500 students. We want to mentor the student out there. Let us understand what is the need of your students. Then we'll start mentoring them. So we will onboard universities and institutions so that there's a constant flow of mentee coming to our platform. It should not be the over demand or oversupply of one category. It should be equivalent. So there is a team of volunteers that will work A on the mentor part, B on the mentee part. So we definitely keep on adding more mentee in the system because it's a routine work that is going to happen. There's a project that is going to wind up in 60-day, 90-day time, right? Now the mentor will feel, is there more students? Yes, we need to constantly keep on adding more people. So that's how the role will be there. Third and the most important thing there, how to create a pull effect for this website, how to create a pull effect for this project. So we need to have a social media team which will work on this. So volunteers are actually going to be divided into various sub team and they're going to work on this. So we will add lot of volunteers. We will work on the back end, which will be divided into sub teams and try to create more flows for this project. A, how to get more mentors. B, how to get more mentees. C, how to promote this platform in the right direction. It's not about only helping the mentees or helping the students in the community. It is also about creating a brand for the community, a positive branding for the community. Yes, the community is working at right direction. The educated, the elite class of the community has stepped up and said, yes, we want to help the community. So that's the right branding that is going to do. So the India mentors, our vision for next 10-year time is huge. That is what we are looking at. I think the people who have joined today to us, they will play the critical role because it is the first, the initial start that will define how are we going to take it forward. So inshallah, we all have joined together. We have got some of the best people in the panel system, the people who are actually the real brain of this project, Hafiz Bhai, Rafi Saab, and many more people who have actually spent a lot of time in building their entire ecosystem. So they are the front end. They will make sure the things are in place, things are lined up. We will make sure that there's a huge volunteer team that is ready to take up the challenge and make a strong backend so that whenever things are ready, we should be connecting the right people with the right mentee and mentors. That's the role of volunteers. So this is how the volunteership will take place. We will have a lot of students who will play because everybody cannot become a mentor and everybody will not become a mentee also. There are some people who want to help in the background. So this is the role of volunteers who will play a critical role of making sure this project take ahead and kickstart in a big way. So this is what I wanted to speak on the volunteer part. Back to you, Hafiz Saab.
Yeah, thank you very much, Razak Bhai. I'm sure people would be understanding the background of this entire project. And just to share with this audience today, the entire, all the projects of AMP are purely voluntary. It's an amazing organization where people love for the community, they care for the community, is showing up in so many different ways. And the way Amir Bhai, who's not here today, and his entire team of AMP people in the headquarters and other places has taken this organization ahead is, Alhamdulillah, it's just amazing. And it gets still, there's still a lot of power and energy which sort of multiplies perhaps a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when Razak Bhai says volunteers, please, all volunteers and everybody else, I know that this is, it's very clear that people are, that they know this is voluntary, but our request to everybody is, this is the time to give to the community. This is the time. I am late in giving it back. I'll be very honest with you. I've always had this feeling in my heart, but first of all, my responsibilities as director and Pfizer were quite a lot. And in a very minuscule way, I could do something for the community those days as well. But then the moment I left it, and now with the opportunity which has been given for this mentoring program, I think Rafi Bhai and everybody else, everyone is busy. Everyone is has his own responsibilities, either in the corporate world or in the area of business or whatever else. So this is the time to catch hold of, to seize this opportunity and give back to the community, give it a new shape. This is a program which I feel will have, inshallah, a multiplier effect on the upliftment and development of our youth. And excuse me, I feel that, and just one small background to this entire program of mentorship. A lot of models were studied in the preparatory stage. Hours and hours and meetings were held for almost 2 to 3 months before we finally zeroed in and created this model of mentorship. And I must also acknowledge the technical support from our Ubaid Bhai, Mohammed Ubaid, who has been throughout with us and who has been instrumental in creating this website for the program. So with that, over to the audience for the questions. Please feel free to ask whatever you'd like, and we are all here to clarify to the best extent possible.
There are some questions over here which I would like to say. So we have Mr. Wakar Asrar, whose question is mentorship only for careers in the corporate sector?
Rafi bhai, I'll answer this.
Yeah, you can. You are the right person to answer.
It's a good question. I think mentorship can be primarily it's addressing the careers. It's also about showing them the path, showing them guidance, showing them what lies beyond whatever they're doing in school or college, the various pathways, progress. And even in families, even in communities, people can catch hold of a mentor, of a mentee, and take them ahead. I am reminded of an example very quickly, a couple of weeks back, where these two girls who had cracked, the NEET, the medical entrance exam, they had a severe physical handicap. They had a stunted growth. They were both these sisters were 3.5 feet tall. It comes from a lack of hormone, and they were almost giving up on life, as per their mother, till they found someone in the community who was doing social work and who mentored them and asked them to sort of give it a shot to get into NEET. So that's just one example. Over to you again.
The next question that we have is from an anonymous attendee. There's no name there. What is exactly meant with industry projects? I am an R&D professional, so I can contribute my knowledge and time, but cannot promise any industrial affiliations or projects or internships. How can I be of use? Please explain.
Yeah, perfect. So I think they are already typed one question, and I think that should clarify this. See, what we are doing here is we are not promising any internship to any of the mentees. The point here remains that we are there to guide them, to assist them, and if possible, to help them get the internship program. But so many colleges today, what they have done is they have a placement cell. They have a system in place where they get the internship projects through their respective colleges. Most of them, if not all. And even in such situation, even in certain situations, the guide is an industry guide, from which they have been tagged to, is an extremely busy person. He may not be able to guide him correctly in the right way for his projects. He might be. I remember I have done almost 3 such industry projects. One I remember was Crompton Greaves in 2099, the summer project of 2 months in Crompton Greaves, big organization. But my mentor there, who was tagged to me, met me like once a week, or maybe I think once every 2 weeks. He was always busy. He was on the shop floor. He was a senior person there. He was GM level, right? So he told me this is what you have to do, and after that it was difficult to catch him. These are the kind of situations where our mentors will come in and guide them through the topic or the project which has been allocated to them. So that's one query which should be clarified. We don't promise internships. We help them throughout their internships, the mentors, whoever will be tagged to the mentees. That's one. Similarly, when the next project was in Century Rayon for 6 months, that was during engineering. Same case. The mentor was so busy. He was always on the shop floor, always so busy at any given point of time, difficult to communicate. So in 6 months, I would have maybe met him 3 times. What about the rest of the time when I have to complete the project? The mentor will give you the topic and he's gone. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, similar is the case with PhD students today. The mentor, the PhD guides are so busy that they are not there for their students. I mean, the PhD runs for 3 years minimum, 5 to 6 years maximum, and you understand how busy they are, right? So we are filling that gap. Please understand this. For senior professional or for the higher category B students, we are filling that gap of the correct guidance in the right way, in the right manner for our students. That's one. If I remember again, during the MBA project in Godrej and Boyce, same case, 6 months project. I met my guide once every month. For the rest of the time, I was on my own. What do I do then? How does the student manage then? See, the more higher you go, the more mature you become. But what about somebody who's just 12 pass into diploma or for degree for that matter, and he has a project, or he has to complete a project, because project you have timelines and you have to prepare a report at the end of the day, and the report has to be extremely good. I did not even know where to do and go binding for the project report unless someone told me go to Chembur, that's where you find the best binders or the best Xerox copiers near Chembur station. I had to understand even that from somebody else, from the students. So why to bother, or why to take information from somebody who is almost sailing in the same boat, and not from somebody who's been there, done that 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago. And they tell you, they know, they learn from the mistakes and they guide you in the right way. I hope I'm pretty clear to clarify this query. So I had one more query of the R&D like this one. Similar query from other fields. Of course, you are not there to commit your professional this thing that, okay, I'll get you the students some projects, or I'll get them internships done. No, I know it's a difficult task. Nobody is here expecting the mentors to do that. We are only expecting the mentors to give that 2 hours per week, every week dedicatedly, and guide them through the entire process, be it internship or be it the class 12 students who need guidance, for the next 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. I hope I cannot be more clearer than this.
Thank you, Rafi Saab. The next question actually has got 4 of those 4 questions together. So the first one says, any selection criteria for mentees to understand their commitment or gauge their seriousness or hunger? Should I read out all the 4 or one by one? How would you?
We'll take it one by one, of course, because these are 4 different questions. It's like coming from 4 different people, but of course it's coming from a single person. No problem. We can take it up. Okay, so first one is any specific criteria. See, we were it was a long debate again, because whenever we have finalized any criteria, it's been a long debate or brainstorming between the members, or at least the core committee. We did thought of keeping a criteria, but then that would be probably a bit unfair, right? Because here we are trying to help not the IIT. We are trying to help the people of our students of our community who may not be so well equipped in terms of marks, etc., etc. So yes, for now we have not kept any criteria, to be honest. The mentor and the mentee, the team will decide whom to onboard, because it's not that any mentee who applies will be accepted. We have kept it discreet. The team at the back end who will be working on the mentor and the mentee selection will be coming back to that mentee, stating that whether his application is accepted or rejected. So there is no open criteria, so we not kept the criteria as only 80% in class 12 and then you can apply, right? We have not done that. Or only 60% through in the last 3 years, only then you can apply for the final year project with us. No, nothing like this. There is no aggregates, etc. We are trying to keep it open and trying to help as maximum as possible, but there will be a criteria where all mentees will not be selected, and the same goes with mentors.
The next question, I think you have already answered, and that is, how much do you think will be the time commitment required from a mentor's perspective in rough order per week? So
we don't want to benchmark it, but or give a kind of a fixed slot or a fixed number. But yes, 2 hours per week is an ideal number, which is good enough, which studies also indicates in the West, and we are trying to stick to 2 hours per week for now.
Yeah, the third question is, how will we match the industry or domain of mentors to the mentees?
match the industry domain of, again, we just discussed it a while ago. There's a team at the back end. We are trying to make it an automated process with certain algorithms and of using technology or using IT at the back end. So this will be, again, when you go to the website, that's why I said it's always good to visit the website. You will see different categories of mentors. Mentees will go select that category and select a mentor, and then his application will be on hold till he is matched to a certain mentor. So it's a
That-
selection, yeah, it's a selection process, currently manual, but will be very soon automated.
The next one is, are we also including mentees who seek admissions for higher studies?
Well, at the moment, as I said, we have only two categories. We will start the project. We'll take the outcomes readings for the next 6 to 12 months. If we feel that yes, we have enough bandwidth, we will include maybe postgraduates also and people who are seeking admission. But because that's not mentorship, to be honest, we had this question even in the last presentation. I remember Hafiz Bhai answered it pretty well.
Yeah.
Let me take it up. And repeat
Go
the same.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
This is called career guidance, not mentorship. What this question seek admission for higher studies. That is called career guidance, which is not as broad as mentorship. It's one part of mentorship, an overall concept. So yes, we haven't included career guidance per se for till now, but it's not that one we are open, close to it. That's all I can say for now.
Right. Thank you, Rafi bhai. The next one is from Mr. Imadullah Khan. And he says, I have filled in the online form. What's next? Will I get mentee from the online platform or should I be proactively looking for them from some poll?
Hafiz bhai, would you like to answer? Because I understand the automated process is still work in progress, and I know it's slightly delayed, but definitely once everything is in place, you will get the correct response and the proper response which you are expecting.
Correct.
Anything you can add, Hafiz bhai, on this?
No,
Please.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Thank you, Rafi bhai and Hafiz bhai. Now, there's another one from an anonymous attendee. Is there any specific template or curriculum format to train mentors so that mentorship can be done in uniform manner with huge knowledge from self?
I'll take that.
I would love to
I'll
answer.
take that. Well, very good question, because while there are industry professionals and other professionals who are very familiar with mentors and mentoring, there are others like our brother who has just raised the question. We have a resource center in our website, and a lot of very useful PPTs and articles. I wouldn't say a lot, at least a few relevant articles on mentoring and how to be a mentor, how to go about it. I believe have been uploaded. I'm not very sure. Maybe Feroz bhai can check on that. But I would also encourage our brother who has raised this question to visit the website and look at the resource center. If it's not there, please do write back to us. We see that it happens. Yeah.
Thank you, Hafiz bhai. I'll go to the next one, which is actually directed, I think, at Rafi bhai. Now, he mentions which university are you talking about when you gave the PhD example? That would be responsible and the professor would be sacked in any self-respecting university.
What exactly is the question?
I think you mentioned about the time taken during PhD.
Okay.
So he mentioned which university are you talking about?
Minimum 3
That's
years.
personal. I may not want to comment, but whoever that person is, we can connect you off the record, and we will definitely give him the right the answer which he's looking for.
Even now, I am aware of one of my colleagues who is doing a PhD program, and he's already got all the data, everything with him. And the guide is so busy that it's already taken him 2 to 3 years, and he's still getting it done, still struggling to get enough time from the guide.
Exactly.
So
This
I'm
is how
not,
it works.
in general, My own daughter in Cardiff has done her PhD. She planned to do it in 3 years, but actually she finished in 6 years' time. So I'm not saying this is a rule, but it does happen, and the university don't matter. Yeah.
I think Hafiz Bhai clarified by giving Cardiff. I have many students or my colleagues, what you say, or you can say my ex-classmates from IITs, and especially they have suffered a lot. So I don't know who's asking this question and what would be his background, but this is a very common norm. It's nothing hidden or nothing to do with the industry or university related. It's pretty much common, be it from the IITs or the VJTIs or any industry you pick, or even international universities for that matter.
Yeah.
Ideally, PhD should be done in 3 years. It usually takes 5 years. Precisely the reason why. The guys, and it's not their fault. The guys are actually busy. They are very busy people because they are teaching there full time. Then they're doing their part time consultancies. Most of them have part time consultancies run by one, or they run a company with 10 people in it. So I believe somebody, if that is the query, then it's very general, nothing to do or targeting a specific university like IIT or Cardiff for that matter. It's a general norm. Next question, please.
Sure. Thank you, Rafi Bhai. The next one is from Faizi Abdusami. Is there any defined process by which mentees who are looking for similar projects can be tied together? For example, mentees under different mentors may be looking for a real-time data modeling project and can be put under one mentor, while the other mentor can provide mentorship to others.
Yeah, I wish Abed Bhai was here to answer this, but as far as my understanding is concerned, we have all the means and all the ways to record data for that matter. For example, one particular project has been run by one. We will not be tagging it to somebody else. We can allow two similar projects to run under two different mentors, because we don't want to overload the mentors also. Mentors would not prefer more than two, probably two for a final year kind of a project, and maybe more than two, 3 or 4 for that matter for the class 12 plus kind of a project. So what if there are 10 projects similar with real-time data? We can't have one mentor managing those 10 students together. So as of now, we have not thought about it, but there is no, we have all the means and ways to understand which project is going on at what point of time, under which mentor, or which mentee is doing what. That's what the backend team would precisely know. But again, the point remains, yes, we can optimize. This is called optimization. Highly appreciated the suggestion. But again, we want to ensure that the mentors are not overloaded. Hafiz, if you want to add something on it, please go.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
Thank you, Rafi Saab. The next one is by Kafil Ahmad Sahab, and he says one of the mentoring extended hand may be helping a new joiner in a particular field in which a mentor is experienced. Is my understanding correct?
Hafiz bhai, would you like to answer this? Because the question is slightly vague.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Can you come again?
Yeah, I'll repeat that. One of the mentoring extended hand may be helping a new joiner in a particular field in which a mentor is experienced. Is my understanding correct? He's basically kind of...
Yeah, the wording is slightly confusing, but if I understand from it, because I'm reading that also, which is helping me, because I have the question in front of me. Yes, the overall objective is the same, to give the helping hand, to share all your experience, whatever you have gained, giving it back to the society, right? Which means mentee in this case. So yes, it is a kind of an experience sharing kind of a project, and which will do wonders. We may think we are just sharing our experience and what big deal in it. First of all, many people don't get the platform to do so. Secondly, they are very busy, all of us. So unless it's a two-way train, right? Here and there both. So we are giving you the platform. You go ahead and make the use of it or make the most of it, either ways. And no better than a way to give back to the society than sharing what all you have gained in the last 15 years, 20 years, 25 years of your experience, because that time has gone, but the experience is all you are carrying with you, and that you can pass it on quickly to the next generation, just to just to ensure that it's not all wasted. All that little experience which you have gained, all that little pains which you have taken up, and you have learned from it, all that learning is passed on to the next generation, so they don't go through it. They go one step ahead than us. So their growth would be particularly or most likely faster in that regard.
I have seen this in the corporate world. People who are development oriented, who help their colleagues and team members to develop, they themselves gain from that development
They
experience.
usually are more successful. Let me
Absolutely,
add to it.
absolutely.
They are the most successful one.
They gain very well. And all I'm going to say is, we don't expect perfection from any of the mentors. All we need is एक जो, if I may use this term, एक जज्बा और एक जोश अगर है दिल में, तो फिर बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. और उसके बाद, it's we are all sitting here. We are all. I'm not saying we are all experts, but yes, we can step in and help out wherever people need our guidance. So please don't worry about being a great mentor. If you at least आपकी नियत है, your objective is there to help the community, please go ahead and do it. We're here to help you. Yeah.
Next
Thank you, Rafi
question.
bhai.
Yeah.
And Hafiz bhai.
Yeah.
Mohammad Ashraf Bari Sahab wants to know, can we think of taking students of 9th class onwards? Probably this is the right time to mentor them.
We had this debate. Hafiz bhai was there, Amir bhai was there. We had a long debate on this. We wanted to include them, but currently because of we just started, right? So we don't want to overload the mentors at the moment. So this is something which is in the back burner. The idea is pretty much there, but not currently. Currently, we're starting with class 12 pass out or just class 12, who are looking out for or maybe past class 12 and are getting into any of the professional course. But this is definitely in the back burner. And once if we see the effectiveness of the project coming through well, then inshallah in the next 2 years, you never know, we can include them also. We are new. We are just starting.
Thank you, Rafi bhai. I see a question from Said Khalil Ahmed Saab, who spoke about the university part. He says it's not because of the time given, and he says, can I talk?
Well, maybe because of the lack of time, we would not be able to have one-on-one here. But definitely, I mean, in a forum. But one-on-one can always be done. We can have a word with them separately.
Sure,
Yeah, you just take his details, and maybe we can have a word.
Yeah, I'll share your contact details with Khalil Ahmed Saab, inshallah.
Okay, last question, I think.
Right. So we have Imadullah Khan Saab. Can this platform be only used for students in India or also for Indian students studying in foreign countries? For example, we have many Indian students in Germany who are in need of guidance, mostly due to language constraints. Can those students also register as mentee on this platform?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Hafiz bhai, you want to answer or I can answer? It's a very simple, straightforward question.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Well, this is the objective, right? That's why if you remember the presentation, we are told you it's everything virtual. I'm sitting in Dubai today. Not many people would know, but we are here together on the same platform. Somebody maybe last presentation we had a PhD candidate or a PhD already professor from US. So it's the beauty of the platform, right? Zoom gives us that facility. Only that we have to match the timing, and if we can guide anybody sitting anywhere in the world. The remaining guidance on project or say report presentations or say the topic itself, everything can be done online. So emails can be exchanged between the mentor and mentees, video calls can be done. So the beauty of this project is we are telling that we are starting from Bombay as pilot, and then we will scope, increase the scope pan India, but actually it's a global kind of a project. So that's the reason why we are telling you this. This platform is in a very nascent stage today, but after a year, maybe 6 months, 1 year, when we see the platform grow, which it will eventually, there's no second thought. The only way this platform will go up is not, unless we, of course, the management doesn't really take up things in the right way, which I doubt, because we have put in a lot of hard work in the last 6 months on this. And once this is up and running and we will have certain data collection on it, trust me, this will be the next big thing our community will be seeing. What others have already probably done and which we are lagging behind, or which we have, this idea could have been thought about for the last 10 years, but nobody probably did something about it. We are trying to do that. We are trying to get their thoughts, those ideas for the last 5 years, 10 years on paper, actually speaking. We have seen a tremendous kind of an improvement in terms of education. When I was a student, when I was 20 years ago and today, we still see a lot of improvement in our community with regards to the education or the even primary, be it primary or be it the secondary education. You will see Muslim. Like in my MBA class, I was the out of 122. I was we were two of us. Engineering again, I was probably, we were again two of us in my class in engineering. Same is the case. Anybody here would be realizing this. But our population today in the country is around 17 to 18%, if I'm not mistaken. Pick up any latest statistics. Muslims today in India are around 17, 18% odd. But why only 2 out of 120 or 3 out of 120? If I do the maths, this is a very pathetic number, to be honest. Say 2 out of 120 gives me a 1.66 rate. So I know it's higher education, not many people reach there, but even in primary, we were not, we dropped out. The drop-off rate at class 10 was very high. Probably today it has reduced, but it's still high. So that's what we are trying to do. That's what we are trying to do. We are trying to bring that mathematically the number up, right, with this little effort or with this effort, with this initiative of ours. Hafiz bhai, you had many ideas when during the discussion. You would like to add a couple of points on this.
I think you covered it quite well. I just want to add a couple of things. Unfortunately, again, for the last 10, 15 years, I've been sitting in on the MBA selection panels at NMINS, and there is virtually no filtering, no bias in terms of community, but yet I see less than 1% of the candidates from academics. I'm sorry to say that. It's so disappointing that I think this is exactly what we need today. A program like mentorship, which will, light up that fire in people and help them to sort of come in and, seek higher education. So, and I just want to give one example of what people can do, what our students can do. I was asked to be on the panel for a Viva of third year B.Pharm MBA students. And while most of them had done their industry projects quite well, there was this one girl who had done 2 projects at the same time. An amazing amount of industriousness, amazing amount of brilliance in those 2 projects. So we as panelists asked her, how did you manage 2 projects in this pandemic, and that too sitting at home in 2 months' time? He said, sir, morning में एक project करते थे, post lunch एक और project करते थे, and both were presented so well. So the sky is the limit for our students when they really get down to being mentored, being guided, and then they go to industry. I mean, we see that happening in sports, we see that happening in so many other fields, and it will happen here also, I'm very sure, inshallah. Okay. Firoz bhai, we carry on.
Do we have some time for more questions?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll take class 2. We'll take class 2, no problem.
Okay. So I think there is one question which says whether startup entrepreneurship will also be part of this program. So I guess that has been answered already, that will happen further down the line. One question we have is, do we have active community and discussion page on LinkedIn?
Feroz bhai, you would want to answer? You have to just visit our website, right? The AMP India website.
That is correct. We do have a lot of projects happening in AMP, and on a continuous basis, we keep updating our pages on LinkedIn, Facebook, even on Twitter.
India mentorship is also on LinkedIn, by the way. LinkedIn, Facebook, any platform, we have the page. The IndiaMentors.com. You have to just look for it.
Inshallah. The last question that I can ask is, recently, this is from Majid Saab. Recently, I received a email with a matchup to a mentee, but the email had no attachment, and also I'm not able to log into my account on the website. I tried to clarify this, but I have not been successful as yet.
Feroz bhai, would you like to answer on this? Because I understand you're taking up technical issues with
That
Obed.
that is correct. Majid Saab, as Rafi Saab and Hafiz Saab had already mentioned earlier, that our portal, our website is in the process of getting completed the way we want it to happen, up and running, with the mentors and mentee matchup. So currently there is some lag which is there, and inshallah we hope that this will be taken care of in the next few days. Ubaid Khan Saab, who's our technical in charge today, he was not able to attend due to his commitments. So your feedback will definitely be passed on to him, and I will try and get back to you with the right input, inshallah. And lastly, Rafi Saab, we have Imadullah Khan Saab, who is asking, can you shed more light of how the algorithm for matching mentors and mentee be used?
I wish Obed Saab was here. He's the technical expert, but all we understand is we are picking up keywords and trying to connect the two entities, mentors and mentees. So more about keywords, and this we have a separate, I think around 20-30 pages of programming which he has shared with me. I would not be able to discuss. I am not a technical person anymore. I'm a banker now. So yes, I will not be able to answer very clearly on this, but majorly the logic remains the keywords. Yeah, mechanical engineering to mechanical engineering, or CA to CA, particularly. So it is more about picking up the keywords and trying to connect them together at the back end. But honestly, beyond this, I will not be able to share any live unless Obed Khan Sahab was here, which unfortunately he's not.
Sure. I will also try and get some feedback to you, Imadullah Bhai, from Ubaid Khan Sahab. So thank you, all of you, for joining us for this session. And as the speaker said, this is the beginning of the journey. AMP has been wanting to handle mentorship for a long time, and our President Amir Idris Saab is very passionate about this particular project, and he wants it to help the community go a long way. And inshallah, with such esteemed team members, I'm sure it will happen. So thanks once again, and we request you to bear with us for the initial few days till the time the technology part is in place together. And once things get working at the back end, then the process will be smoother. And these are the teething problems that we are facing, and inshallah it will be taken care. The idea was to get you all together over here so that you understand that there is some kind of activity, some movement happening. Otherwise, you would be wondering, I mean, after registration, what, as someone said. So there is certainly some thinking, some planning, some working going behind the scenes, and inshallah, it will happen more in the coming days. So thanks once again. And Razak Saab, would you like to give some concluding note?
Yeah, just before Razak Sahab begins, I would like to request everyone present here to visit the website. The website is up and running. It's just that the tagging of mentor mentee is something which is we are working on the IT end. But unless you visit the website, unless you go through each and every parameter aspect, probably you may not be able to exactly get the gist of what all we have discussed. But the moment you do it, you'll exactly understand. Most of the queries should be resolved already by then. Razak sir, please take over. Is Razak bhai
I
there?
think, yeah, looks like Razak Bhai has kind of gone for another meeting.
Might have
Hafiz
gone
bhai
into.
will do the needful, yeah, inshallah.
Right.
I think we are fine. We are fine with this entire hour and maybe an hour, 20 minutes spent with the participants. And first of all, once again, thank you all of you for your interest, for your presence at this late hour, and also I'd like to thank everyone else involved in this, the entire EMP team, and Rafi Bhai, of course, one of the chief architects of this. We were made into pillars. We were called pillars by Amir Bhai. So, hum khamba nahi hai, but yes, we we have tried to do whatever we could, and we have another person, Naushad Bhai, who is not here today, who was helping us with the operations. And so once again, alhamdulillah, I think we had a good session today. Thanks to all of you, and for your interest, the kind of questions, the number of questions, of course, are a good indicator of how keen people are. And we do hope that we have answered them adequately to your satisfaction. If not, please feel free to write to Feroz Bhai or anybody else you'd like to. I'm available on LinkedIn. Rafi Bhai is there, and anyone who wants to connect or ask questions is most welcome to do that. And finally, I think these are baby steps we are taking. And there is a saying that the smallest, the highest towers, including Burj Khalifa, rise from the ground. So it's all the baby steps which eventually take you to the height of eminence and what we are aiming at for the community. So inshallah, we will all work together. We are available for you. And thank you once again for all this. Feroz Bhai?
Right. Thank you once again, Hafiz Bhai, for all your inputs. And in case if any of you want to get in touch with us, you can write to contact@indiamentors.com. The email is there on the website. So please feel free. We would love to have your inputs always.
Feroz Bhai, Tausif Saab is asking for recording. Are we sharing the recording with the people on panel?
Yeah, sure. We will be doing that, inshallah.
Yeah, do that. So, it
Sure.
will reach to more people. Not
Certainly.
everyone will be available at the same point of time.
Sure.
Certainly. To all the registered participants, we'll be sharing.
Okay.
So thank you once again, everyone. Thank you, Rafi Saab and Hafiz Saab, for all your time. And have a good weekend. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All the best. All the
All
best.
the best. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Okay.